and welcome to Big Nick, Big Leadership, because the world needs leaders. This is another of our mentor minutes where basically I like to share insight and wisdom that I get from basically anything that can happen during the day. Could be a book I've read, could be a quote I saw, could be something I realized when I stubbed my toe this morning. In any case, it will be short and sweet, but it may just hit the right note with the right person at the right time. So here it goes. Today, we're going to be talking about the Leadership Bank. Now, I'm sure you're familiar with your bank and you know how that works. If you, your bank account that is, if you take your money and you put it into your bank account, that would be what's called making a deposit. Then you have something to take out. So we call that making a withdrawal. That seems simple enough, right? I think that all makes sense. But what about this? What if you put your money in and you don't take it out? What if you keep making deposits, but you don't withdraw? All of a sudden, what you'll see there, your bank might give you a call and say, hey, you have a lot of money in here. If you keep depositing with us, we're going to give you some interest on the amount in here. As in, your investment can grow over time. And even crazier, let's say you find yourself in a situation where you want to take what you've invested and you want something bigger, but your investment doesn't actually cover that amount. The bank will say, you know what? You have been loyal. You have consistently been putting into our bank for the last however long. And so, you know what? We know you're good for the rest. So we're going to loan you. We're going to give you some equity. We're going to trust you here. We're going to go on a limb with you and help you get what you want. How does this apply to leadership? Well, if we think about your people and your team as your bank, then you got to put deposits in. If you put these deposits in, and when we're talking about deposits, we're not talking about money, okay? We're talking about influence. We're talking about coaching. We're talking about love. We're talking about growth. And then at least when you do that consistently over time, then there's something that you can withdraw later on. As in, if you put some investment in there, then you get something out of that later on. A deposit also doesn't have to be huge. It can be made up. It has to be made up, though, of something genuine. I also like to say that it should be targeted recognition of values, connection. Could be as simple as, hey, Chris, really happy you kept your section clean today. It made a big difference for everybody. Or, hey, Janice, you know, that presentation and your preparation and that going into that meeting today really helped keep everyone on track. And I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. If you put those deposits in consistently over time, when you need to stretch and leverage and borrow, your team's going to turn around and say, you know what, you bet, let's do it. So let's bring it back for a sec, okay? If you're making deposits, if you only make deposits when you want to withdraw something, then the effect is net zero, right? It's like people in your team or your bank's going to say, sure, I'll do what you want, but I don't see the long term here. And you know what? You're not motivating me to do more. Your leadership bank needs loyalty, commitment, and most of all, key word here, ready for this? Consistency. Spend your day looking for ways to make deposits because it's easy to want to make withdrawals. It's easy to want to leverage, but if there's nothing there to leverage, then they're not going to loan you back any extra time. There's no equity if you're not consistently putting in over and over. Just to make sure that you're out there making deposits on a regular basis. And if you're putting in enough, you got to do that over and over for those times that you need to stretch and get a little bit more out of your team. So that's my leadership moment for today. The Leadership Bank. Make those deposits. Watch your investment grow. Stay tuned for more Mentor Minutes. And for now, I am Big Nick. This is Big Leadership because the world needs leaders. Thanks so much.